The trailer for the final episode of Season 2 of The White Lotus has been released, and it's safe to say that it looks like it's going to be an epic season finale. With episode 7 being titled Arrivederci, which when translated into English means goodbye until we meet again, the body that was washed up in the sea along with the other fatalities are most certainly set to arrive. So with that, I thought I'd break down the trailer and give my theories and predictions to what I think is going to happen next. So let's get into it. Here is the White Lotus Season 2 Episode 7 trailer explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The trailer for the season finale opened up with a conversation between Daphne and Ethan. We had Daphne saying, "You okay? You haven't really seemed yourself these past couple of days." And along with this, we had a shot of Ethan on the beach, accompanied by one of him laying in his bed looking up at the ceiling after what looked like it could have been a sleepless night with him imagining Harper and Cameron together. Something that ever since he went back to the room in episode 6, he's not been able to shake out of his mind. He's almost become obsessed with it. Even though Harper said that she didn't do anything, he just doesn't believe her. This has now reversed all of what we saw in the past couple of episodes where Harper was wary of Ethan. The shoe is now well and truly on the other foot. You can tell that it's getting to him by the large sigh that he emitted right before getting out of bed. This is going to be a main focal point of the final episode, Ethan not believing Harper. The next shot that we had took us to the villa that Tanya was staying in with Quentin. She uttered the line, "Has anybody seen Portia?" To which Quentin and his friend looked over at each other. Tanya then went on to say, "This is my luck with assistants. I'm taking orders from them and then they disappear." Quentin knows where Portia is due to the fact that he saw her and Jack leave the villa in the previous episode. So it does make me wonder if he's hired Jack to potentially take out Portia, as she would have been a witness to all that has occurred with himself and Tanya. Jack gave a speech in the previous episode about how you should live your life each day as it comes, as you never know whether you'll be there tomorrow. What if this is a subtle hint towards Jack needing to take out Portia? This could also be why we saw him getting more and more vexed and out of control as the trailer went on. We saw that she made it through the night though due to waking up next to Jack. After this, we then had Dominic talking to Albie at breakfast and saying to him, "You're just going to go through life trying to rescue every desperate girl that you come across?" To which it was met with Albie saying, "There's a dude stalking her," as a form of justification. This was followed by a bell ringing, which to me symbolizes that things aren't all as they seem. I did originally believe that Lucia was being kind to Albie because she did care for him, but the look on her face at this moment seemed as though she could be being insincere with her actions and is planning on exploiting Albie for lots of money, playing the long game for once, rather than the short one, giving her a way out. Albie believes it for now, so there's nothing to say that he's going to stop. The next shot that we had was of Ethan and Harper walking in a corridor, and it was intertwined with the conversation of Ethan saying to Harper, "I know you did something," alluding to something happening between herself and Cameron when they went back to the room. Harper responded with, "It's not like you found anything on the couch," to which we then saw a completely different side to Ethan, an angry, out of control version where he raged, "The difference is, I didn't do anything," as he was then hitting his chest. This is something that's genuinely eating away at him, and I feel it could be orchestrated by Harper. She may want to make him feel an ounce of what she felt when she returned from Noto, and it could well be backfiring. It then cut to Cameron and Ethan in the sea, and the pair of them were in a fight, showing that things are getting between the pair. After this, we then had Portia on the phone, most likely to Tanya, and she said, "I feel like something bad is happening." Portia has been wary of Jack ever since his behavior in the previous episode, where he spilled some information on his past, and also that Quentin was going to come into some new money. I'm imagining Tanya's warning of him was also something that caused the newfound caution. Jack looked out of control in the shots that followed. He was sweating, looked scared, and like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and I feel it could be to do with what he needs to do to Portia. The next shot that we had was of Dominic speaking with Albie again and saying, "I'd like to pretend it never happened, okay?" As it then cut to a shot of Albie and then Lucia. I feel in this moment he could be talking about Lucia and the couple of nights that he spent with her before Albie was then with her, but that seems a little too obvious, especially judging by Albie's calm reaction. I feel like this could be to do with something that's going to occur in the final episode. We then had a shot of Cameron in his bathroom looking enraged as he was flossing. when in real time his voice was being used from a toast he was making at dinner. So we know that whatever brawl both Cameron and Ethan get into, it doesn't prove to be fatal for either of them. The toast went to friendship, to travel, to the good life. Underneath all of this, it had shots of multiple different characters in the show. We had Harper looking like she was getting close to somebody. I don't think she's going to cheat on Ethan, nor did she in the past. So I feel this could be Harper and Ethan. What better time for us to see them finally express their attraction towards each other than in the season finale? Mimetic desire, as Ethan stated a couple of episodes back. You want something because somebody else has it. And in this instance, he believed that Cameron was with his wife. So it's made him want Harper and be more attracted to her. Plus, the lighting looks similar to the final shot in the trailer when they're seen together. We had a shot of Tanya on the yacht, looking as though she was now on her own. It had an extremely different feel to how it was when she was going off there to party. She was looking down at somebody, and I feel it was most likely Quentin. As with Portia not there could be a made-up cover story and she most likely won't believe him. Tanya said that Portia reminded her of herself, so I feel as though a real motherly instinct is going to come out here. After this, we then had Valentina walking through the hallway of the hotel, looking like it was the morning after the night before, which she spent with Mia. Mia looked as though she had taken up residency as the singer in the White Lotus Hotel, which I feel may go against her if Giuseppe returns following what happened to him, as he may feel it was a scheme to get her a place at the piano, which could potentially put her in danger. Bert was sat at the table with his family, most likely still feeling rather emotional after the anticlimactic reunion with the distant relatives. We had Daphne looking as though she was luring Ethan away on her own. Daphne has been relatively quiet these past couple of episodes, so it does make me wonder if she's part of something larger and wider at play. And then we had the all-important moment, the body being loaded into the van to be taken away. This was only one of them. We know there are definitely more, as Rocco stated that there were guests that had been killed, so there are more than this one that we saw. After this, it then cut to black, but following that we had Harper say to Ethan, "What's going to happen to us?" I think this is also part of the scene that we got a glimpse of earlier on in the trailer, when Harper was looking directly at somebody and it looked intimate. I don't feel anything crazy would have happened to have caused this conversation to occur. I feel this is a misdirection being thrown in there by the creators due to wanting the big reveal to be a surprise. I think this could just purely be down to the toxicity that's been between them these past couple of days on the trip. The season finale looks epic, and I still can't put my finger on who it is that isn't going to be making it back home. I believe Daphne definitely has something to do with what's going on, and Lucia may not be as she seems. I feel right now we could potentially see Portia and Lucia not make it back, but I also imagine that there's one more too. But for that, we'll just have to wait and see. So, there you have it. The White Lotus Season 2 Episode 7 Trailer Explained. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @brainpilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think is going to happen next? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.